Here's a joke for you. What did the left eye say to the right eye? Between us, something smells. Donald Trump's presidency changed forever on November 8th, 2018. Democrats retook control of the U.S. House and, in so doing, ensured that the second 2 years of Trump's presidency are going to be even more bumpy for the president than his first two. And let's be honest, those first 2 years were, bumpy as hell. But Trump ain't seen nothing yet. Democrats, who have been in the House majority all of a week, are already chomping at the bit to investigate a president who many of them believe has run amok in the White House for far too long. From trying to get Trump's tax returns publicly released to looking into the actions of his cabinet secretaries to, yes, impeachment. There are a slew of potential political landmines waiting for Trump in the House over the next 2 years. So, who will emerge as Trump's main Democratic antagonist between now and 2020? And here's a look at 5 names you really should know. Number 1, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Yes, I get it. You probably already know Pelosi's name, but she is, without any question, the single most important figure in Washington these days not named Donald John Trump. Elected Speaker of the House for the second time in her political career, fun fact, Sam Rayburn and Henry Clay are the only other 2 people to be Speaker of the House in non-consecutive terms. I did tell you it was going to be fun. Pelosi does control what comes to the House floor and doesn't, as well as just how aggressive her committee chairs are going to be when it comes to investigating Trump and his administration. Nothing moves in the new Democratic House without Pelosi A, knowing about it, and B, approving of it. Number 2, New York Congressman Jerry Nadler. Now, the New York City congressman, he represents the Upper West Side in Manhattan, has known Trump for a very long time as the two sort of orbited each other in the Big Apple political scene. Trump once even called Nadler, quote, one of the most egregious hacks in contemporary politics. So he's got that going for him. Now, Nadler is also the new chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, which has broad leeway to investigate any number of contentious issues, from voting rights. You will remember that Trump, earlier in his administration, created a commission to look at alleged voter fraud before disbanding the commission within months, to immigration policy put in place by this Trump administration. But Nadler's most powerful role, without question, would be to oversee any effort to impeach Trump, a process that some House Democrats believe should have started yesterday. Nadler, like Nancy Pelosi, has been relatively guarded about whether or not Democrats will try to impeach Trump, though. In December, he told CNN,
an impeachment is an attempt to, in effect, overturn or change the result of the last election. You should do it only for very serious situations. So that's always the question.
Number 3, California Congressman Adam Schiff. Now, for years, the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee largely operated in the shadows, entrusted to work with the nation's security apparatus to counter threats from both within the United States and abroad. Throughout the ongoing special counsel investigation being led by Robert Mueller, however, into Russia's interference in the 2016 election, the head of the Intelligence Committee has taken on a much higher profile role. And in the 116th Congress, that gavel is held by, you guessed it, Schiff. Now, Trump and Schiff do have some history, in the sense that the president has bestowed a series of nicknames on the California Democrat, from Sleazy Adam Schiff to Little Adam Shit. Yep, you heard me right. Schiff spent much of the past 2 years running down attempts by Republicans on the Intelligence Committee to downplay any connections between Trump's campaign and the Russians. But now he has the power to investigate, well, almost whatever he wants. Number 4, Massachusetts Congressman Richard Neal. Okay, when you hear the words Ways and Means Committee, it doesn't exactly conjure up a whole lot of excitement and or fireworks. But it should, because the Ways and Means Committee deals with all tax-related matters, and it means you need to get to know Richard Neal. Neal, the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, is one of only 3 people on Capitol Hill who is authorized to ask to see President Donald Trump's tax returns. Now, it's not clear if Neal would be able to get them, since Trump has fought like hell to keep those returns out of the public eye. But Neil is a guy who can and will ask for them. Quote, I think the president has an opportunity here to diffuse this and just release the forms as every other candidate for president has done, Neil told CNN in November 2018. Quote, even if the request is made, I don't expect that afternoon we're going to see those tax forms. So I think we'll do what we have to do and then see where the road takes us and the path that we travel, end quote. It's a very philosophical answer. Number 5, Maryland Congressman Elijah Cummings. Now, outside of Nancy Pelosi, Cummings may actually have the widest latitude to look into the Trump administration as chairman of the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform. Now, that committee, you may remember, is where Republicans conducted an investigation into the 2012 attacks in Benghazi, Libya. It's the same committee where Republicans investigated why the FBI didn't indict Hillary Clinton over her decision to use a private email server. Now, Cummings has already signaled he wants to look into, among other things, Trump's cabinet secretaries, his immigration policies, and the disbursement of hurricane relief and recovery dollars. This is Cummings. Quote, I believe that what we do in this Congress over the next year or so will have an impact for the next 50 to 100 years. That's from a CNN interview. Now, taken together, these 5 men and women have the power to write, or at least co-author, a new chapter of Trump's presidency. How they approach the president and how he reacts over the next 2 years will tell us a lot about Trump's chances of winning again in 2020. And that is the point. We make these videos every week, twice. Check in every Tuesday and Thursday for brand new episodes.